Hey, what is going on, Leos? Butch Terrell here. Going to be doing your February read for the remainder of February. I am a little bit late. Kind of got struck with the pretty bad cold lately, so trying to get back to normal. But I am going to do it now. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm using the Tarot of Dreams. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Leos? What do we have for Leos for February 2025? All right. Well, so the first thing I have, Leos, I feel like there is someone, you definitely got their attention. I mean, this is someone thinking about you and only you. And I feel like with this person, I don't necessarily feel like this is a new person. Now, that being said, I feel like this person knows you. It doesn't mean you necessarily know them. It doesn't mean you don't, but like I said, I don't feel like this is a new person. I feel like this is someone that has some familiarity to you. Because like I said, I feel like they've been thinking about you. So that tells me they must already know you. Now, I feel like they've been keeping their thoughts and feelings to themselves, kind of hiding that from you. And I mean, I feel like there is this internal struggle with this person. I mean, I feel like they want to tell you, but there's a part of them that's holding back. I do feel like you intimidate them a bit. I mean, I feel like they weren't expecting to meet you. They weren't expecting. And I'll be honest with you, part of them was kind of thinking that you were too good to be true. But as they get to know you, the more they get to know you, the more they realize that you're exactly what you are. And I mean, sometimes we meet people and they just seem too good to be true. And part of us, this is not something that a lot of people want to admit, but a lot of us, it's almost like we're waiting for that shoe to drop. We're waiting for that veil to come down and kind of really see people for who they really are. We may have this idea of them, but, kind of waiting for the real them to show up. Because when we meet someone and we're drawn to them and they just seem perfect, in our head, it's like nobody's really perfect. So it's like we're waiting to see what sets you out of the perfect realm. We're kind of waiting to see the bad. When all we see is good, we're kind of waiting. When are we going to see the negative side of this? When are we going to see the bad side of this? They didn't see it. They haven't seen it. What they're waiting for isn't coming. With that Three of Wands in reverse, I mean, it's not that they wanted to find something bad about you. I just feel like they expected, because I feel like with a lot of people, most people, we do find it. We do find that negative side. And it's whether or not we can put up with it. But with you, it's not coming. And I feel like the more they see who you really are, the more fearless they are in falling. I mean, I feel like that they fell from the moment they met you. They were trying to control the fall. They were trying not to go in too deep. It's unfortunate, but it happens a lot. Some people try to talk themselves out of it. And I don't feel like this person was necessarily talking themselves out of it. I feel like they were just trying to slow it down because they were falling hard and fast. And I feel like they're just drawn to you. With that Empress, they're the allure that you have over this person, they're just drawn to you. I mean, what you have here is someone that I feel like truly cares about you in an unconditional way. And trust me when I say this, unconditional is very rare. It's very rare. But they're starting to trust the feeling they get when they're around you. I feel like part of it slowing down with the moon card is, their imagination was kind of getting the best of them. And like I said, a lot of times when you meet someone, no matter how perfect they seem, usually there's a chink in the armor. And it's not always going to be it's not going to be a huge thing, but I mean, maybe you meet someone and you're drawn to them and, you really enjoy them. And you think they're perfect. You can't find anything wrong with them. And for some people that irritates them. They're like, there's got to be something wrong with them. And when I find out what it is, then I can, really assess the situation. But they're not finding anything wrong with you. The more they see, the more they like. And like I said, I mean, this person fell head over heels. They were just trying to slow the fall. They were trying to cushion it. That internal struggle is just them not trying to make any mistakes. I feel like they've made mistakes before, trusted the wrong people. But they're not getting that, and they're starting to see that. They're starting to see that you are exactly what they see you as. They're seeing this in a different perspective. I mean, this person, they just want to grab you and hold on. And I feel like the first step here is I feel like there's a bit of flirtatious energy with this person. This person flirting a little bit, being a little bit flirtatious. And it's kind of, I want to say this is accidental, but it's not accidental. It's more, they can't help themselves when they're around you. You know what I mean? It is kind of like accidental in the fact that they're not meaning to, let the cat out of the bag. But I mean, when they're around you, they can't help. They can't help it. They can't help themselves. But like I said, I mean, I feel like the feelings this person has for you, they're real. This person isn't looking for a one night stand. They're not looking for their next ex. I mean, the feelings of this person are for real, and they've developed. With that King of Cups, it's that emotional maturity. They're making a mature decision. And they want to move forward, and I feel like they're going to open up to you about that. I feel like this conversation has been a long time coming, but I feel like the conversation is coming. I do feel like this person is going to open up to you and tell you how they've been feeling. And when they tell you, it will be true. It will be the truth. They're not going to bullshit you. They're not going to chance losing what they know they have. They've never met anyone like you before. And you caught them off guard. And it took them a minute, to kind of catch their breath. But now that they caught their breath, I mean, I feel like this person is going to tell you how they've been feeling with that Queen of Swords. I mean, it's the blunt truth. It's all about being honest, being direct. They don't want any misconceptions. They don't want you to, not completely understand where they're coming from. And like I said, this is not just a crush. It may have started that way, but there's real feelings here. I feel like this person, and I want to go as far as say, I mean, we have new love and we have the Lover's card. They knew there was something here. Now that they know there's something here, now that they trust their intuition, I feel like this person is going to offer you something that you may never been offered before. And it's very rare to be offered this, but it is a real offer. I mean, I feel like they're offering you unconditional love. I mean, I feel like this person just wants you to be happy. And they know they can be happy with you. That's not a question. They're still a bit intimidated by you. But they're not walking away from how they feel. With that Sun card, I mean, this is their happy place. And like I said, I mean, this person is going to fill up your cups. They're going to show up for you. They're going to put in the work. I see this person make you an offer, and it's a real offer. I mean, like I said, with the Chariot, they want to move forward. They want to build a foundation. They want to nurture this connection. And like I said, I feel like they knew at the moment they met you. They tried to make sense of it. They tried to slow their fall. They were falling hard and fast, and they were trying to control it. And I don't mean that in a controlling way. I just mean that they were trying to soften the blow. But everything they saw was just the tip of the iceberg. The more they see you, the more they want you, the more they understand this connection. And like I said with that Moon card, I mean, their intuition was playing tricks on them, or their imagination rather was playing tricks on them. They were having a hard time trusting their intuition. Like I said, when you meet someone that really catches you off guard, catches you in a moment, for some people, that's hard to accept. They always want to meet that perfect person, but when they meet them, some people can't imagine meeting the right person. They can't imagine the right person being real. And also, when they meet that right person, it's hard to imagine that this person can be real. We all want to meet that perfect person. Some of us, when we meet that perfect person, it takes time to realize they're exactly who we thought they were. Because so many times we meet someone and they end up being not who we thought they were. So it's kind of like a catch-22. But like I said, with this person, they have an offer for you. And that offer is unconditional love. Now, like I said in the beginning, definitely doesn't feel like a new energy. You may not know who this is. You may know who it is. For some of you, you may know who this is. You may already been feeling it. But because they haven't been saying anything, maybe not realizing how deep this was for them. So like I said, it could be a friend. It could be someone you work with, someone you go to school with, a friend of a friend. This person's had time to see you. They've had time to get to know you. And now all they want to do is get to know you better. And they want you to get to know them. Showing up, putting in the work. With this person, we have Gemini, we have Aquarius, we have Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Some Virgo as well. when I say that, like, I enjoy this for you, Leo. I love doing Leo readings. I'm a Leo rising and Sagittarius sun and moon, so I'm all fire. And when I say unconditional love is not easy to find, truly know that you have it is something that I feel like not a lot of people get to experience. I mean, I don't know if I've ever experienced it. With growing up, my family is not, there's always conditions, with my family. And I mean, my mom was probably the closest I've ever gotten, but it wasn't, I don't know if it's unconditional or if it's just an obligation because I'm her child. And it's sad to say. I mean, it hurts, but I mean, just, I don't know. I mean, I have children and I hope they love me unconditionally, but I don't know if I've ever been, I mean, with your children, it's kind of like they rely on you. So that's a condition. You need to support them. You need to take care of them. You need to, protect them. And it's all these conditions. And it's hard to really know if it's unconditional because it's like you'd have to take those conditions away. And it's something I'm not willing to do. Even in a relationship, when you're in relationships, it's really hard to find unconditional love because it's all based on something, whether or not you support them and protect them. And, it's... But that's why, I mean, this is why I enjoy this read for you, because it is unconditional. I mean, this person truly cares about you. And it's not even based on the condition that you even see them the same way. They're not asking it for anything from you. They're offering. That's rare. Now, you may not feel the same way, which is free will. I mean, you may not feel the same way. I think we've all had someone that cared about us and loved us and wanted to be with us that we just didn't feel that way toward. And I feel like vice versa. I feel like there's been someone that, at least one person that all of us have cared for and would do anything for, but they didn't see us that way. And it's kind of like, this is a matching up of all of it. It's the matching up of someone that, I feel this is a truly strong connection. I don't feel like this is just kind of one of those things. I feel like there's definitely something bigger at play here. I'm not saying that it's not like you can't be loved and have conditions. A lot of people, have that, and it is what it is. But I feel like an unconditional love is something not a lot of us get to feel. Because like I said, we're all trapped in that dilemma where you have love, and the only way you'd know if it was unconditional is if you had nothing to offer that person. Do you know what I mean? So what do? You put yourself in that situation where you have nothing to offer. So it's one of those things where a lot of people, even if they have unconditional, they may never know it. And I'm not saying I never had it. I'm not saying I don't have it now. I'm saying I don't know. It's a hard place to be in. But I wish nothing but that for all of you. Everyone deserves that. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.